Good morning, everybody. How are you today? That didn't quite work out how I wanted it to, but anyway. Good morning, guys. Moms, dads, littles, teachers, grandparents, nannies, etc., etc., etc. This is Don, aka the Inactive Nanny, coming to you guys live and in living color from Inactive Nanny's world, where love and play are interacting. I am so glad to be with you guys today. Coming on just to share a little bit. We're gonna do a story time. Okay, I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to catch my breath and sort of gather my thoughts. But yeah, we're gonna do a story time this morning for the littles. So if you have some around, gather them around, put them in your lap, sit them on a couch, a beanbag chair, semicircle on the floor, crisscross applesauce, however you guys choose to do it. And we'll do a little story time. I'm reading 2 books, and the first book that I'm going to read is by one of my favorite authors. I've just recently, within the past maybe 9 months to a year or so, I've just discovered this author. Her name is Vashti Harrison, but I love her books. So we're going to read Dream Big, Little One by Vashti Harrison. That's going to be the first book. And the second story we're going to read, as a matter of fact, I believe I've read both of them before, but they're such good books, and I just sort of wanted to retouch. But the second book I'm reading is Once Upon a Rainy Day, which happens to be a coincidence because it's actually here in Alabama, in Birmingham or in Hoover. It's actually raining. Well, it's not raining at this moment, but we've had like every day this week. It has literally rained every day this week. So Once Upon a Rainy Day is going to be a great book to read, and that book is written by Edward Manso or Manciel. I feel like I'm mispronouncing his last name, but Once Upon a Rainy Day is the second book. So we're going to read Dream Big, Little One, and here we go. Dream big, little one. Dream big, little one. There's so much you can do. Just look at all the leaders who came before you. Reach for the stars like Mae, Bessie, and Catherine. Mae Jemison went all the way to space. Bessie Coleman flew her airplane high. Katherine Johnson helped send a man to the moon. Be bold like Josephine, Shirley, and Maya. Josephine Baker was a singer, a dancer, and a spy. Now that is an awesome combination. Get it, girl. That's some black girl magic for you. Shirley Chisholm ran for president, and Maya Angelou used her voice in every way she could. Go the distance like Wilma, Raven, and Florence. Wilma Rudolph couldn't walk, but learned to run. If you guys don't know the backstory on Wilma Rudolph, when she was a little girl, I think she had polio, and she was told that she would never walk. And I guess through the persistence of her and her family, she ended up, of course, running. She was a racer, a runner. Raven Wilkinson danced all around the world, and Florence Joyner was the fastest woman of all time. Find your stage like Ella, Nina, Oprah, Gwen, and Nichelle. Ella Fitzgerald was the first lady of jazz, and she always had her purse with her. Nina Simone had a style all of her own. Oprah Winfrey shined her light on others. I know we know who Oprah Winfrey is. Gwen Ifill reported the truth, and Nichelle Nichols trekked through the stars on TV. Express your creativity like Alma, Augusta, Octavia, and Julie. Alma Woodsie Thomas painted her whole life and became a star at 80. Augusta Savage sculpted toys when she had none. Octavia E. Butler created magical worlds, and Julie their untold stories in the movies she made. Wherever you go, whatever you do, be bold and dream big. The world is waiting for you. And this is basically Dream Big, Little One. It's basically a story of amazing and gifted black women that have accomplished so much throughout our different areas of the world: entertainment, space, science, acting, reporting, dancing, singing. Even Shirley Chisholm has said she ran for president. I mean, poetry, you name it, guys. I mean, making toys, magic, television, so much. I mean, basically every avenue that could be discovered or be dreamed of, some black girl, some black woman has created a space for others to follow. So yeah, you know, especially since this is Black History Month, I figured that would be a great book to read today. Okay, so now we're coming up on Once Upon a Rainy Day. Hold on, guys. All right, here we go. This is a story that starts over every day. Each morning, the same way. Mr. Wobbler, the keeper of this story, is about to step outside his cottage in his fine feathered suit. Just as the sun rises, he will head slowly and surely down the blue path leading to the forest. The colors are really cute and vibrant, and the pictures are just so, they're different. They're cute, but they're different. I can't really describe them, but it's not abstract. But I mean, if you guys want to get the book, you can get the book and you'll see what I'm talking about, and I'll tell you all about that later. Anyway, the same path that leads straight to the home of the big bad wolf, a black and hairy half monster with painted ears, long teeth, a cold wet nose, and a lollying tongue. Every morning, Mr. Wobbler wakes up the big bad wolf with 10 quick raps and 3 long knocks on his heavy wooden door. That's when the big bad wolf appears and his day can begin. But today it's raining, so Mr. Wobbler doesn't venture outside, and the big bad wolf sleeps in. And so it goes, the same old story, day in, day out, except when it rains. The trees know the story well. Every morning they see the big bad wolf race over to Oscar's house. Oscar is a delectable pig with plump thighs and tender feet, who takes care of his keep and his snout clean, and takes care to keep his snout clean. He lived in the city before moving here with his entire library. Oscar adores rainy days like today. Snuggled all cozy and warm under a tan blanket, he devours stacks of books. I must be thinking about eating a snack. But on sunny days, it's always the same story. The big bad wolf races over to catch him. Fortunately, Oscar is a very cunning pig. While the big bad wolf tries to break down his door, Oscar escapes through a back window and jumps into his bicycle. He pedals as fast as he can. He pedals fast as can be over to his friend Amadeus's house to hide. The big bad wolf gallops after him, yelling the same thing every time. "Blasted pig! If I catch you, I'll eat you." Oscar always gets there first. He hides his bicycle in the bushes and to his friend's house. Amadeus is a famous hare, a very clever one who knows the woods inside out. He has lived there from the day he was born. He stores a giant stash of carrots in his little hut And in the big hut where he sleeps, he has a well-kept secret. An underground passage, Oscar and Amadeus make their way beneath the rocks to the home of their friend, Niles. Above ground, the big bad wolf howls in rage. Rotten hair, blasted pig, if I grab you, I'll gut you. Oh, he is angry. But the big bad wolf never does manage to grab them. As they pop out of the tunnel, Oscar and Amadeus always makes it to Niles' place before him. Niles is a flying squirrel. He traveled the world before landing in this tree one fine spring day and retiring his adventurer's gear. In the treetop, he has built a platform for his hot air balloon. The minute the big bad wolf charges into sight, Niles grabs the little traveling trunk, helps his two friends on board, and fires up the balloon. He sets his course for the house belonging to their pal, Pop-Off, the big mouth bear. That's cute. The big bad wolf chases after them below, throwing stones and bellowing. Wretched squirrel, rotten hair, blasted pig, if I knock you down, I'll gobble you up. But the hot air balloon looks magnificent in the clear blue sky, soaring proudly beyond reach. Niles grabs his telescope from his little trunk and soon spots Pop-Off's house and Pop-Off himself, painting on his rooftop. For many years, Pop-Off was a circus clown. One summer night, he stopped here to perform with his troupe under the big top, but early the next morning when the circus left, he stayed behind to devote himself to his music. He is very fond of Oscar, Niles, and Amadeus. When the balloon lands, Pop-Off welcomes them with a toothy grin. So it's always the same old story. The big bad wolf shows up, and Oscar opens the door, exclaiming, "Do come in, dear friend." The minute he's inside, Niles trips him, and Amadeus shoves him into the pipe that leads to the huge trumpet. Pop-Off blows so hard with his enormous mouth that the big bad wolf flies through the air. Crash! His story always ends in the cabbage patch. The wolf makes his way home, but battered, bruised, and flushed with rage. The whole way there he grumbles, "Confounded bear, wretched squirrel, rotten hair, blasted pig, one day I'll get my paws on you and I'll finish you off." So he is really angry, guys. But that day has yet to come. And every night, the four friends celebrate at Pop-Off's house. Together they sing. First he tried to catch us, then he swore he gut us. Next he vowed to gobble us up, but he couldn't pull it off. Now he's in the cabbage patch, the wolf has met his match. The next day, if the weather allows, the story begins all over again. Actually, the rain has stopped now. The sun is out. Mr. Wobbler has left to wake up the big bad wolf. This time, the story can start for real. And that's the end of the story. All right. So you guys, that was Once Upon a Rainy Day, and the story before was Dream Big, Little One. I hope and pray that you guys have enjoyed Storytime today, because I have. I felt like I just really wanted to come on and just do Storytime, and I'm really excited to be able to share my love for reading with you guys, and just, exploring different stories and the different backgrounds of the stories. So yeah, I'll be back on next week. One day next week. I have a lot going on, but that's not going to deter me from coming on with my friends, my little heartbeats, But until then, this is Dot, aka the Interactive Nanny, coming to you guys in live and in living color from Interactive Nanny's World. And I hope and pray that you guys listen, share, and subscribe to Interactive Nanny's World on all podcasting apps, podcasting streams or whatnot. And make sure you listen, share, and subscribe to Interactive Nanny's World again. Until next week, this is Don, aka Interactive Nanny, signing off. You guys have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend, and I will be back on with you guys to share next week. Until then, have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Bye.